Big Brother, mainstream media, government cover-ups. You want answers? Well, so does he. He's Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network. And now, live from Austin, Texas, Alex Jones.
You open phones, and Red Beckman doesn't join us for an hour and a half, so we're going to your phone calls in about 15 minutes when our next guest joins us. Ron Paul was going to be on in the fourth hour today, but instead we're going to have him on Monday at the start of the show with a huge exclusive announcement here on this radio show, which we're very thankful to for with Jesse Benton. So Ron Paul won't be on today. He'll be on Monday. But we can give you another big exclusive about the Parallel Convention and a 3-day rally they're going to be having in Minneapolis, St. Paul. And I wasn't going to go to that, but because I'm going to cover the DNC, but I think I may just go ahead and go and broadcast live from there. But the big announcement, ladies and gentlemen, there'll be another big one Monday here with the congressman, but there's a huge announcement that Jesse Benton can make today here on the show. This is the first time you're hearing it, and Jesse, we're very thankful for this exclusive. Tell folks about it.
Well, sure. Thanks, Alex. I'm happy to announce, and we'll be rolling this out later today on a video on our website, campaignforliberty.com, that Governor Jesse Ventura will be joining us as a featured speaker at the Rally for the Republic on September 2nd.
That is fantastic. Now, tell people the itinerary, the basic itinerary now. There's other huge guests coming as well. We'll announce Monday, but tell people the itinerary, where it's being held, and basically what they're going to witness.
Sure. On Sunday, we're going to have, Sunday the 31st, we're going to have special leadership training right there in St. Paul. Then on Monday, we're going to have more leadership training and roll out the Campaign for Liberty grassroots organization plan, and then have a Ron Paul celebration concert with Jimmy Vaughn is an invited guest, is likely to confirm.
No, I talked to Jimmy. He's going, yeah.
Cool. And then country music star Rocky Lynn will also be performing for people, and that's going to be a celebration at the Blaine Sports Center. Just Ron Paul Liberty lovers out there just getting together and having a good time. Then on Tuesday, September 2nd, is the Big Enchilada. We are going to have an all-day event at the Target Center. It's where the Minnesota Timberwolves play basketball. State-of-the-art NBA arena, going to be set for 15,000 people. We're going to have Barry Goldwater Jr., Bruce Fine, Doug Weed, Grover Norquist, Jesse Ventura. It's going to be hosted by and emceed by NBC's Tucker Carlson. Of course, Ron Paul is going to give a big speech, and right now Amy Allen, I think most of your listeners know, is going to perform for us. And then I believe Monday we're going to be announcing another really big guest that's going to perform for all of our friends.
And huge.
Yeah, it's going to be big. Alex, I already have 71 RSVPs from media outlets wanting to cover this thing. A New York Post reporter told me off the record yesterday that if we fill this arena with 15,000 people, it's going to be a legitimately bigger national news story than the RNC itself. It is absolutely tremendous. We need to fill this thing. We need to send a message that we want to take our freedoms back, and that America wants liberty. We want our Constitution.
Well, you guys, there's only 15,000 tickets. You've already sold half of it, more than half, haven't you?
Yeah, we've sold nearly 8,000 tickets. There are two ways we can arrange it. We can arrange it with 13,000, or we can squeeze in another 2,000 if it looks like the interest is there. We think the interest is there, and we just want everybody to go ahead and start buying these tickets.
Are you kidding? This is more than a month away. I mean, yeah, people better get their tickets now. It's going to sell out. Believe me, folks, it's going to sell out on Monday.
I know you guys have a great. We think Monday is going to give us a nice bump. Also, wanted to let everybody in the Minneapolis area know. I know GCN is headquartered up there. That you don't have to pay the Ticketmaster handling charges if you don't want to. You can just go to the Target Center box office and get them for $17.76 and not have to pay that Ticketmaster $5.95 service fee.
Yeah, and it's expensive to rent this place, too, folks, so be sure and support
it's $250,000 to rent this place, and the talent and everything like that. This is $1 million-plus event that we're putting together. This is first class all the way. This is something that is really announcing to the country that the Liberty movement is here. It's here to stay, and it's going to grow.
And that's what this is all about. I mean, we've had the victory. We asked Ron Paul to run, for better or worse. He ran. He got major attention. He carried the ball for the cause of liberty, woke up so many people, energized so many people, and then now on the universities, they're not caught in the phony neocon paradigm or the left-wing communist paradigm. They're talking about the private Federal Reserve. They're talking about not being in wars. They're talking about national sovereignty. They're talking about true free market issues. They're talking about the North American Union and the New World Order. And Robert Pastor at the CFR just panicked and said that our movement is killing their North American Union in a press release on Monday. So much is happening, ladies and gentlemen, and we asked Ron Paul to do it. You stepped up, and I want everybody to know this has been a huge victory. I mean, this has been a giant victory. We need to keep this momentum going.
Yeah, we really do. We really do. We have to look at Dr. Paul's presidential bid as the first step in the revolution. And now launching this campaign for liberty on September 2nd, this is step 2. You know, we're going to continue to organize. Dr. Paul is going to be there to provide leadership and guidance. We have to identify new leaders to step forward and to assume bigger roles. And, you know, people listening out there, people that really are liberty-minded, I think we all have to keep in mind that we almost have an obligation. You know, we have an obligation to our fellow Americans that, you know, we've been turned on and we've been enlightened, you know, before the rest of the people. But, you know, we have an obligation to, in a respectful, positive, energetic way, spread this message, educate people, and turn them on, because that's how we're going to save our country. We owe it to ourselves, our family, our friends, and our fellow Americans.
Absolutely. Well, you guys have been selling tickets for like a week, and you've already sold half of them. And, I mean, folks, get your tickets now. Give them the websites.
You can go to www.campaignforliberty.com, and that'll link you right over to rallyfortherepublic.com. Rally for the Republic has some great information on our program. We have a lodging board where we've booked hotel rooms to rent, campgrounds. Supporters around the Minneapolis area are opening up their homes, and for free or for a very small fee, renting out special bedrooms. There are all kinds of ways to organize transportation, ride shares. You know, you can do it. You can get there.
Well, the great part about Minneapolis-St. Paul is there's so many little towns around it. You know, because of the RNC coming in, a lot of stuff is booked up unless you look at a little town 20 miles away or a campground or all these little fishing lodges. I mean, take the whole week up. You know, go catch walleye and Great Northern, as I've done up there.
Yeah, it really is a beautiful town. And one other thing, too, is, you know, a year ago, you know, all the RNC folks stepped in and booked every single hotel room they could find in St. Paul and Minneapolis. But looks like attendance is going to be down at the RNC and the DNC. I think
yeah, they grab big blocks. The same thing's happening with the DNC, which is going to be more attended. They grab huge blocks, and right now, they're turning some of those blocks loose.
Yes, they are. So there are hotel rooms for the taking up there. If people are intimidated and think they're not going to be able to find a place to stay, that is not the case. You'll be able to find places everywhere from, you're right, a hunting lodge or a campsite to a 4-star hotel. They're available right now.
And again, there's just hundreds of little towns all around the Twin Cities, which are going to be wide open. So if you try to book something now and it looks like it's full, just pick a town 30 miles away and then check hotels in that town, and they're just going to be all over the place. And again, there's thousands of lakes and ponds and areas up there where for $50, $60, $70 a night, you can get a little fishing lodge, and then you can rent a little aluminum boat with your fishing poles and go out and catch some walleye while you're at it. So I wish I had time to go up there on vacation a few days, because Ted Anderson, who's born and raised there, he knows where all the fish are at. Let me tell you.
It's a beautiful area up there. It really is, Alex.
Oh, it's unbelievable. We ought to see up on the border, up by Ely and up there right up on the Canadian border about 2 hours north, but we don't have time to get into that. I want to cover a few other issues before you leave us, Jesse Benton. Talk about some of the main things Ron Paul's focused on right now with the Campaign of Liberty, everything he talked about coming true with the imploding dollar, with globalism, and the way he's grilling Bernanke every month in the House Banking Committee.
Yeah, sure. Well, I think one thing that we can all be pretty excited about is I think pretty much everybody in the freedom movement has been responsible for not killing, but really toning down the excitement about the HCon Res 362. It was a bipartisan bill that would have basically been a sense of Congress expressing the desire that we needed to blockade Iran, and we don't need to be doing that. Iran is a substantial military threat to us, and you want to see oil go to $400 a barrel overnight. Let's start blockading Iran. That would
Ron Paul is saving everybody big money by that. As soon as that blockade started getting shot down 2 weeks ago, you saw oil prices drop by $30 a barrel.
Yeah, and I think we can all look right now, and people in the freedom movement, I think we can look and see that as a major victory. It was people out there that are turned on to the cause for liberty that really helped kill that. And it's still looming out there, but there's no sense right now that it's going to be coming into the floor anytime soon. And we can look to that as a real victory.